Making it out exists to give people who don't otherwise have productive uses of their time to do positive, constructive and creative activities.
So we set Making It Out up 6 years ago, and we work with people leaving prison, homelessness, addiction or mental health crisis. So it's anybody who's kind of met a full stop in their life, who need a space to come and be creative, to get the support they need, to mix with a positive community of peers, to just make a plan for the future. And it's very much about looking forward, not back on what's happened before, but always looking forward.
We offer quite a wide range of creative disciplines, Making It Out. So the majority of what we make as an organisation is usually wood and metal. But we have an art room in Port Slade, and we have lots of interesting projects such as this one, where people get to be involved in a kind of more creative and more collaborative project.
When I see all of our guys creating this work and the effect it has on them, I know it, I know it works. And I think it's about being lost in something, creating something actually almost like a mindful meditation in a way. If you get lost in a piece of art, so if you've got mental health problems, you've got your demons on your shoulder, they go away at that time when you're working on the piece. And then it's being part of something which is creating something absolutely beautiful that other people appreciate, and that's a sense of pride and empowerment.
So Into the Light was a fantastic project in the sense that it encouraged our participants to think about photography in a completely new way, and also look into their lives and begin to process some of the difficult experiences they've been through photography and through collaborative working with each other and collaborative working with Miguel, who ran it really, really professionally, to give really exciting, interesting results. But I think as well as the collection, a really nice collection of images, people actually managed to process some, things about their past and help to really sort of refocus themselves on what their lives and how their places in it.
I mean, for most of our guys have been kind of on the outside of society, ostracised, either in prison or homeless or in addiction, and to have society come to them and say, wow, look at what you've achieved, or they can say, I made that. That's incredibly powerful. And it gives them a voice, as the photos do. It physically gives them a voice.
Some of the changes that we have seen in the participants are quite strong. Some of them have been going through a very rooted level of trauma, that they are not able sometimes to talk, to communicate. And thanks to photography, they have been able to release slowly some of the emotions that have been trapped. And using symbology, they have been trying to find a way to turn that symbology to narrate what is happening in their hearts and in their souls, and trying to find a way to move forward. Also, when these therapies are over, you can see the change in their personalities and their characters, but also they live here with a skill that is now photography. And some of them get so enticed that they start to use photography for the daily basis, and how to express themselves and how to find a joy in another aspect of life, which is basically seeing life through a different scope, through a different lens. And this is exactly how it works. So it's very powerful.
I think projects like these are a fantastic vehicle for change and for self-awareness, and most definitely for people that have been through trauma. This is a way of expressing and getting that trauma out, whereas speaking to someone isn't always easy. You've got to make a connection first, you've got to trust someone first, that takes time. So projects like these are massively important.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark going on with it, and you know, the light needs to come out, and it's very difficult sometimes for people to express themselves. So I found, like, with this project, it was just that, you know, hour or so doing it that brought out some light in people, you know. Even if it was a dark subject that's been mentioned, there's a bit of light in there.
Yeah, I believe projects like this are important because it helps you find yourself. And yeah.
Okay, I think this type of project is very important for people that have come out of painful and difficult situations, because it gets them to work with others, to tell their stories and to hear other people's stories, and to see how we can get over traumas and things which hold us back by discussing and not just with words, but communicating with pictures and with the creative process, how we feel about the things that we feel bad about, and that way it helps us process them, and also, like I said, working within a group, and it helps us move forward.
You can see what's happened behind the scenes. You know, the photos are really powerful, and just the small descriptions, it's you know, there's not much there, but you can read so much into it. You can see the progression of their thoughts, of how they're working through their trauma. So yeah, it's amazing. It's very powerful.
Absolutely spot on in terms of the changes and moods that go on with, if you can create something that makes something positive out of the negative. And it can be a poem, it can be just a statement, it just can be a belief system, and if you can change that belief system for a little while, it's half a step forward, kind of thing.
I think this exhibition is incredible. It's really inspiring. It's incredible to see it in the space where it was created, and to read all the captions and to really hear the passion and the impact that it had on the participants. It really comes through when you read the captions.
It helps start a conversation, whether it's their conversation or the conversation within myself. You know,
I was really impressed, and some of it was quite overwhelming. I found it hard to look at some of it because it was so simple and yet so powerful, and I suppose it probably brought up stuff for myself, I don't know, but it was very human and very relatable, and I loved it, and I'm really pleased that this work's going on. I wish it was going on with me.